Hello everyone, I'm Saisha Kapoor.
And I'm 𝗕RBH𝗀𝗏. Welcome to the fourth edition of our podcast Seed Stories, where our goal has always been to bring you the raw, unfiltered journeys of those who built empires from the ground up. Our guest today is a personification of that mission. He is a person who saw a gap in the financial system and filled it with empathy and enterprise.
It is none other than Mr. Chandra Shekhar Ghosh, founder and former CEO of Bandhan Bank, a true inspiration to all those startup cultures in Kolkata. Sir went on to create India's first microfinance institution, which turned into a universal bank. Sir is the pioneer of financial inclusion. Sir, we are honored to have you here with us today and welcome to Seed Stories.
Good morning and thank you to your initiative and invited me.
Sir, so we would like to begin by talking about your journey. What led you to create Bandhan Bank? We believe that Bandhan Bank was initially created as an NGO. So what was it led to create into a microfinance institution later on?
Thank you. Whatever the Bandhan is the beginning have been started, though it is an NGO, objective was how we can give the accessibility of financial services to the bottom of the pyramid, especially in the women. I believed on that if the women become an entrepreneur in the home, so it will be better to take care of the children for their education and health. And our economy also will be like to contribute in bigger way because half of the population are women. So that is the objective for the development perspective, women empowerment and employment generation for the large number of population. The objective of Bandhan, I formed this NGO.
So
that is very insightful. So you grew up in helping your father in a sweet shop in Tripura, and then later on went to Dhaka University to study statistics. So what life experiences did you get during those times, which helped plant the seeds of entrepreneurship in you?
If you see that what I learned is a journey, but not thought in the line of entrepreneurship. You are correctly mentioned about it. My father had a sweet shop. I worked with him, not in a big shop, very small shop. But that time and every time we have the family demand, I'll be like to go a job. And that is the main demand. My demand is not the entrepreneur. So when I started my journey as a job in an NGO, that have been helped me to learn the ground reality of the bottom of the pyramid. When I worked with them to organize health and education development on that for their children, hygienic about their life. But I feel that this is not good enough. They are not demanding it. I remembered on that the one day I've been working in Purulia, that the women are boiling the rice. I am asking to sit with her to educate about the hygiene. Because in front of her, the 2 years daughter are playing on the ground, putting the dust to the mouth and throwing away. And I'm been given very good education to the mother. After a couple of minutes, I understand she is not listening me. And I ask on that, are you listening me? Yes. Can you give the feedback what I told you? And I'm surprised to listen hard. She explained more than me. Then I asked the question, you know this? Yes, I know the hygiene. So why you not stop your children? Then she told me, you listen me. Last 3 days I'm trying to convince my daughter who is crying for the 𝗕𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗃. I am not able to keep the 𝗕𝗃𝗃𝗿. I have not the money. Every time I have given a false commitment to the daughter. When you are talking, I am thinking after complete my boil of rice. When I again offered her, she will again cry for the fish. Again, I will give the fake commitment. Can you give any of the narrative which I can explain to my daughter and she will not cry for the 𝗕𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗃 and only take the boiled rice with some piece of salt? The immediate learning has come. The people are not asking the help. They are demanding how they can give the 3 meals in a day to the children or family members. They are thinking about it on that, how they would be like to fulfill their demand of ice cream for their daughter. There is a need of that, how I can be contribute the income of this level of the people. And second learning has come on that. When you go to this in the daily market, you see that the one person early morning has come, given 500 rupees to the vegetable and fish seller, upfront collect the 5 rupees, evening again collect the 500 rupees. And I ask them, why you pay the 700% interest, 1% half a day? They said, no, I'm paying that only 5 rupees, why you calculate? And then I understand they are not calculate the compound interest rate, simple interest rate. They feel about it, fixed amount, 500 rupees, 5 rupees, it's a good enough. Then he asked me, sir, have any of the financial institution or bank have on a country, they have the 500 rupees product, they have that the 5,000 rupees product? No one. So where I look, what is better, this person is coming to my business place to give in this money and collect this money. I have not the travel cost, no paper cost, no signature, no guarantor. I'm happy to pay 5 rupees. Why you are worried about it? If you give me, I also pay the 5 rupees to you. This is a two fact. The realized mind has come. How I can be contribute for that bottom of the pyramid to get the financial accessibility, who can be earn the money, who can be like to scale their business, who can be like to give it 3 meals in a day to the family members. So my all objective will be like to fulfill if I like to make it on that. And that is behind the cause I formed this the Bandhan.
So that is truly a very inspiring journey, very well spoken. I think all the viewers have a lot to learn from you, especially those who are wishing to make startups later on in the future. So with that, we'll move on to the next question. As we had mentioned before, Bandhan Bank had started as a non-profit organization. So at what point in your life did you feel that this needs to be changed into a NBFC or later a proper bank? And how was your mental shift from that of a social worker to that of a proper financier?
If you see that when we are in the NGO, that time when the success has come, I saw that the people have the very smile face, because their income is coming, their family is running good, their demand is increasing. There is a good success in the NGO. That time I believed on that. Small is beautiful, but big is necessary. Until we are not become a scale big, reach to the more people, there is no impact. because country is a big. For that is the reason I've decided how I can scale. When I go into the scale, I go to the more bank funding, and bank asking me, you will be like to financial institution, then we can be more funding to you. And then I come into the NBFC. When I come to this NBFC, this is also scale happened. And this is also limited scale. Cost of fund isn't very high because borrow from money from the bank, lend to them, and do step delivery, collection, disbursement, everything is a costly. So how I can be like to cost reduce? Cost reduce only is coming on that 3 points of the cost. One cost is a cost of borrowing, which I pay to the bank. So I see that there is a total out of cost, 2/3 cost isn't going to bank for borrow money. 1/3 cost is HR. And balance, whatever the 1/3 of the 1/3 are the administrative cost. We have the one room office, 9 plastic chairs, 1 tube light, 1 fan, all staff using bicycle, and not like to reduce this the cost of administration. I cannot decrease this the cost of HR. I am only the option to reduce the cost of borrowing if I can take the deposit. Because bank borrowing, they cannot be like to reduce the cost. Then I asked to RBI to give a permission to me, I can be like to take in a public deposit. They say that no, without bank you cannot be like to do it. So immediately the bank license circular has come and I have been applied. The objective is there. I like to reach across the country, bottom of the pyramid, and I have a need on that the formal universal bank. Then if possible, I can be like to not restrict our growth. So whatever the demand of the country, I can reach on that. So this is the objective I came in the bank. And actually bank has given that opportunities to us to reach across the all states and union territory to provide the financial services, not only the microcredit services, other services also. So this is the bank now.
So, building on that very same question, most universal banks today are backed by massive institutional funding and global investors. But you, on the other hand, started Bandhan with a very modest personal capital and then grew it with sheer discipline. So, do you think founders like you, who have their own skin in the game, have a different kind of relationship with the customers as compared to ones who are backed by big VC money?
Very good question. I remembered on that myself. 2010-11, I have need the equity fund. Where I like to go, I must be go to the investor. And my road show, the 55 investors are showing interest. And my investment banker are given all discussion on that 5 or 6. Then I decided from my side how I can really select my investor. Is it for my objective and mission will be like to reach, or I will like to make a profit and generate my money and like to exit. Then I decided on that because my philosophy is there to reach to the people, give the access to the people, and people will be becoming entrepreneur. That will be huge contribution the country, and that can be like to align with my vision and objective. Who can be done? And I've been that time decided I like to go to this institutional investor. Who are the institutional? Institutional investor, you see that the national government, SIDBI, IFC, World Bank, couple of GIC, Singapore. So then I have been gone to IFC of Washington, and we have been taken the fund from them as equity. They have been also good support as given to us, because investor is not only the money, they also give this international experience, good governance to the organization, and their board member also in the coming the board, they also contribute in that line. That have been helped us more socially, and the reach to the people align with the same objective. The last at the bank and a couple of years before the World Bank today, chairman is in 𝗕𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗵𝗏. He came to the Delhi and invited me and met me. And the first introduction he told me, you are doing the same thing, whatever we like. You have the good success, successfully done. Our objective and with your objective to reach to the more people. So I feel that this is a very good feeling the proud about it. With our service from the bank, support from the investor. Of course, after that, the retail listing on that, and a lot of retail investor has come. All together, we are created crores of entrepreneurs. Those are women. No, that is the point on that.
Okay, so following up on that question, so what point did you feel that you had to make the transition from a bank in rural India to the big boardrooms of Mumbai and RBI? And did you ever feel like an outsider during that time, considering that you were in the space where there were many people who have been in the banking sector for generations?
No, I mentioned on that part. I have been inspired from my success of this, the first journey as a 𝗕𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗏, and like to scale it, and how I like to reduce the cost of lending to the microcredit customer. But that is the reason I have been explaining about it. My cost point of view, the 2/3 of the total cost of lending is going to bank to borrow money. So if I take the deposit, my cost of borrowing, cost of funding will come down, and I can be passed on to this type of customer. So that is the main objective inspired me. And second objective on that, when I become a bank, I can be scaled across the country. And that is also will be like to help to the country to reduce the poverty, and bottom of the pyramid will get the access of funding. So this is the two matters I have been going to this RBI, asking the license, universal license as a bank. And that can be helped us to fulfill the objective of the government and country, the financial inclusion. No? So there is 3 points of financial inclusion happen. Where is the financial excluded people? Financial excluded people geographically in East India. And financially excluded people bottom of the pyramid, and financially excluded people women. So I feel that we are working, Eastern India dominated, 70% is here. We are working in the bottom of the pyramid and women. So we are the best way to fulfill the objective of financial inclusion with our network, with our customer, with our model to reach across the country. So that is the point we are explaining to the RBI. I hope that our committee have been accepted and understand this model so that we got this license.
So you mentioned that the core of Bandhan Bank is centered around Eastern India. Most people in the finance world would believe that to create a big institution, you need to be in Mumbai or let's say Bangalore. But you chose to have your headquarters here in Kolkata itself. So was there something this city offered which the other financial hubs couldn't?
No, if your question, if I understand about it, of course, Eastern India, once upon a time as a big hub of the all industry. State Bank once upon a time also were born in here. And when they are grown more, and they are shifted whenever is need to best place for they are running this organization. Many business entity from here. So I feel that the model what we are established in East India is a very much well-proved model. And Indian economy, if I see that, will be like to grow. It's a need to focus on rural and of course in the unbanked area and bottom of the pyramid. I hope that that is the model Bandhan, whatever model built up, practiced, and that is a fit for country to reach to that. For that is the region where the setup is there, where is the headquarters is there, not the matter. Matter is there where is the people are tasked with more with the ground. Bandhan exceptionally, uniquely matter on that. They are more touch with this customer, more touch in this rural, more touch with this women, more touch in the bottom. So that is a unique, which I hope that is the best way to attract by the regulator and taken them to give a universal license. Sorry.
Yes, sir. So my next question would be that when people hear of Bandhan, they only think of Bandhan Bank, but today the group spans into mutual funds, life insurance, and technology as well. So why did you think that this whole institution needed to be turned into a multi-purpose ecosystem altogether? At what point did you think that?
You see that the everything is coming from the learning. When I worked in a NGO health and education, I learned and coming to this the NGO for finance. An NGO to coming in NBFC, that is also demand for the people. And meet up the objective of us. And third is they're coming from NBFC to bank. That is also for the demand of the people and also objective of us. What is the learning from bank? If you see that when we are open the bank and get the license from the bank, nobody believed us we can get the deposit. They are very much upset. And every people ask, who will give the deposit to you? Your people, microcredit customer. Then I strategically design how we can attract the people to make the deposit. Not our customer of the deposit from the microcredit customer, other than microcredit customer. And that design prepared such a way If you see that in the Bandhan Bank, we had saw about the tagline, "आपका भला सबकी भलाई." Now, what is the meaning? We are very carefully designed on this, the tagline. If you come to our bank, you will get the all benefit, whatever you are getting from other bank. Sabka bhalai. If you come to our bank, your deposit money will help the bottom of the pyramid people to become an entrepreneur and successfully run their business, and their family will be happy. No bank will give it. We all can. This is a little extra. Oh, this is in a sabka bhala. Not only, if you come to us, it is not only for your benefit, you also give the benefit to others. That tagline has been realized the people. And if you see that our bank, the first 7 months we are deposit collected 12,000 crore. 3 years, 33,000 crores. All consultant given to me, I cannot be get more than 2,000 crores in the first year and not more than 10,000 crores in a third year. We are make it in a 3 times more, and people are happy. We reached the more areas. Open the 501 branch in the first day in the record in the world. If you see that the first day I received in a 4.5 lakhs application to open the bank account. So all of these things helped me to make another kind of vision. What we can do. The deposit is there. There is no big challenge. People is there. But the next learning has come. Who are the next coming? Next coming are youth of our country. And when the youth is coming the country, and they are more digital, concept is more very digital used in that. How they can be, how they are thinking in their life. They may be not coming in that the future only fixed deposit of the money and collect that the interest and run their family. They are smarter. They like to diversify their deposit, and accordingly mutual fund is there. It can be helped them to more. No? If you see that our mutual fund of India, 2%, nearly 2% of the total US mutual fund. So Indian economy, how the growing. Now, if you see that last 4 years, 1 trillion economy growth. Next 2 years is coming another 1 trillion. But last 65 years, they are in a 1 trillion. So I say that the economy is such a way are growing. No? 65% of the youth in the country. So they are now grooming in a diversified their mind, as in utilize of the digitalization. So all this together, the future is coming to that. The rural and semi-urban people also will become to invest their money, not only the bank, also in the mutual fund. So this is diversification will become on their side. So where they will go? They should be like to go to the same group, because already the banking is a trust. Without trust, a bank cannot be low. People will like to deposit their money. No. When they are make the trust on Bandhan name, so if I go to this, the mutual fund, they also get the trust on that. No? And they will get the access of this service, which we are already proved in the rural, how accessibility we given the financial services. We can also simultaneously give this mutual fund accessibility services, they can be like to access on that. They will not go to this other. So this is a demand. So that I'm thinking on that why not we can be set up in our own mutual fund company, which we are building. Then if you see that the insurance company, you see, insurance in our country was tax savings. Insurance company has come to this the March month and requested all people. So if you make this life insurance, you will save your tax. This is the normal nature. After 2021, when the private sector has come, there a lot of education happened. Now people are gradually coming on that. As a microcredit organization, we also provided life insurance to the mother. And then we are coming to the spouse also. When we are given to them, they are not like to take it. And they say that, no, sir, future, after my death, what will be happened, I do not know. I'm not worried about it. I need it today. And we have a lot of education given to my borrowers. Even one incident happened in the village. We have been called a meeting to all people in front of them. We have given the check. And gradually they are coming to the interest. What happened? The last, before my retirement, we have a little bit challenge to give the insurance services, and we have been like to stop couple of months. And my same customer come back to us, why you stopped? What is the problem? No, sir, it is good benefit for us. So if you see that, what a change has come to the people's mind, people's life. They understand the life insurance benefit of their life. No? And this is if you see that other side, insurance, when you are the rich people, when you are poor people who have need the insurance. No? Our life, we know that. We are certain, understand about it. Insurance coverage given to the uncertain of the life, which we do not know what will happen. If incident something has come. So more vulnerable in the poor people, when they are immediately have been expired their husband, total family are coming on the street. They have not the capital, they have not the business, he only done it. So insurance will help them more than us. If our level of the family, if any incident, all our capital is there, business is there, no problem in there. But this family is in more problem. So they have need in this the support. For that is the reason when we are coming as a part of this, so why not we can be like to make our own insurance company, provide them to the insurance service to the people. And for that is the reason I set up on that mutual fund and insurance to provide the total financial services to the people, not only the banking services. Banking services is one side, and they could go to this for insurance from other company. They will go to the mutual fund for other company. Not like to go on that. They can go on the one point, which is under the one umbrella, banking and mutual fund, insurance, whatever you need as a life, we'll like to provide everything to you. So that is the way it has come.
We would like to sincerely thank our valued partner Verbena Play School for their generous support and continued trust in our shared vision. At Verbena, they believe every child is a tiny seed full of potential, embracing a beautiful philosophy that is, let children bloom. Through play-based learning, music, and hands-on activities, they transform early education into a joyful and magical journey. They go beyond teaching alphabets by nurturing kindness, confidence, and creativity in a safe and loving environment. Thank you, Verbena, for nurturing young minds and helping shape a brighter future, one blooming child at a time. Sir, so we've seen that no matter if the bank is a huge bank company, many scams or a bad actor can spoil the broth. So, even in this trustworthy environment, how do you manage to keep your conviction? Like, how do you keep your composure if something bad may happen in that environment?
Not get the point.
So for example, there's a one bad actor or like a clever scam, it may destroy decades worth of trust. So during that moment, how would you keep your composure?
No, if you say that the journey of the life, you will be like to prepare yourself. The anytime any bad thing can be like to come, and it will hit. The first point on that, the two-way. One is there the as per previous experience, you will prepare the preventive. No, some of these the steps. Then you will be like to minimize this type of bad things to be faced. This is one point. Chala. Second point on that, when this the bad will come, and then patiently try to understand what is the root cause of this bad. And that root cause, how quick you can like to solve, that can be helped to the organization to better way to run. But the main wrong thing is there for any of the entrepreneur or the business leader. If they feel or they assume it and not face any bad thing, it's not right. They will try to always right to keep in their mind anytime they can face any of the bad things, and they will build up their capacity how I can be overcome. And on that basis, future, if this type of problem will not come, that preparation also prepare earlier. So this is the way I have been thinking about.
So you've championed the bottom of the pyramid. Many believe that the middle class is the next big target. So do you think the same principles of microfinance, trust, and community can be applied to the middle class, or is that a completely different psychological game?
You see that the business always is in the human behavior oriented. No? So when you like to go to the business, if we like it, it is in balance sheet, PL. Actually, the balance sheet and PL converted from the relationship with the customer to that balance sheet. The main matter of that, the success of this business, how you closely understand the customer, and accordingly you are redesign your product and services, and that is the best way you can success on that. If you success in this any product and services, because of the relation of the people, bottom of the pyramid, middle of the pyramid is easier than that. No, because when we are working with those people, they have not the income documents. They are not the credit history of the credit bureau, but they are 99% paid. So this is the best learning. Why they are paying 100%? No, if you go to another level, they have the credit history, they have the income, then also has a problem. No, it's a depend on that how you understand the customer segment and how you like to design the product of their fulfill their need, and how build up this relationship and make it a success. So I feel that there is a if someone has been worked very successfully in the bottom, he also success in the medium. Not a problem.
So we have seen a lot of turmoil in the banking sector in India. For example, if we take the IndusInd Bank case, so what do you think is the core problem right now in the banking sector in India, and how has Bandhan Bank been able to navigate through the same?
No, again, I've been mentioned on that. The banking industry in India now very much well now strengthened compared to earlier. To reach to the people, to give the services to the people, compliance, very strong on that. Specific any of the organization, some maybe one mistake or some call have been happened. So this is a very incident for a one case on that. So that cannot be like to generate for the banking industry of India. Banking industry of India is a well. And if you see that the some of the case maybe you are mentioned about it, many of the case are banking industry people are faced. No, and they are also solved it on that. So this is a part of this the banking industry life. Any business life is there. There's some challenge will come, will overcome on that. No, that is not a very big anything in the banking of India.
So we're seeing a global trend of iconic founders stepping back and letting professional management take the lead. So after 23 years at the helm, you chose to take a step back from Bandhan Bank. So how do you ensure that the founder's soul stays with the company even after the founder moves on?
First point is there the whatever you say that the founder is specific in Bandhan will be not yet sold. No? We are stepped down. Whatever you say, the retired on that. The first point on that, the entrepreneur and professional business leader is a little bit different. No? So I feel that when the any of the founder or any of the entrepreneur, they build up some of the institution. After this, his confidence in the system, process, and business grow, they should be like to hand over to a professional leader, because it is a well succession plan should be prepared. How absence of himself it can be properly and a way to run and to keep this the same way services to the people. What I've been feeling, so that I have been left. And now if you see that the mutual fund, insurance, the another two enterprise, though I've been acquired, I also like to grow. If I say that I retired in 1.5 years, like on that, 2 years before I taken our mutual fund, they are 25 years in this year. So they are 23 years. They build up their business 1,10,000 crores. And last the 2 years, I build up 90,000 crores. That means that together today, their business is a 2 lakh crores plus. But they are built up is 23 years, 1,10,000 crores. This is the Bandhan. No. So it is an entrepreneur's job. If you compare to the only bank, our bank has just 6,300 branches across the country within 10 years. It is an entrepreneur's job. No, this is such. If you come on that, our insurance company, no, 20 crores the premium. The last 1.5 years, no, it is now 500 crores the premium. Yearly is a 5,000 crores. So this is a speed of the growth coming from the, of course, some business team isn't very much responsible to do it, but how entrepreneurs show the path strategically and drive on that, that is it also important. Every people cannot be see the vision, entrepreneur and see the vision, and then accommodate the other people of the team member along with them to drive it to do it. I hope that is the Bandhan and they feel proud about it.
So, speaking of entrepreneurs, how do you feel that entrepreneurs should navigate the various regulatory hurdles in the wake of over-regulation in their various industries? What is your opinion on that?
No, if you see that the any of the enterprise, we are developed it on that. It is within this the regulation. No, and within this regulation, how vision can be achieved, that is the success of the entrepreneur. No, time to time, of course, the regulator will come to this, the one of the circular, which will be like to better way to help it to the organization to scale better. When you make him bigger as a scale, you have need to strong compliance base. Otherwise, you cannot be like to scale it. So entrepreneurs always is a concern of that side also. No, not only the compliance, not in a business. No, it's a compliance, also the business. So that is the way one entrepreneur. So entrepreneur also should be like to more focus on that to build up the base on the compliance and then business growth.
So, a lot of young entrepreneurs today want quick success. From your experience, how important is patience in building something meaningful, and what advice would you give to these entrepreneurs?
As per my experience on that, first keep the confidence on self-confidence. If the entrepreneur have not the self-confidence, he cannot be a success. First. Second is there that he will be prepared his mind, any problem will come. He will be not leave the place. He will be fight the place. So these two are major, which I feel that. And third is there, the entrepreneur will be very passionate. So he should not be very, what I say, that the very quick, this decision, that thing, no. Very passionately manage this, the organization, he should be passionate. Because this one person is coming, sir, it will be better, you can do it. Another one will come to another way. Other will come to another way. He should be passionate, accommodate all suggestion, and he will like to make his decision. So that is a very good on that. And successful entrepreneurs have a lot of advisors. Lot of people are coming to give the advice. Very careful to take. If you have not the confidence, don't take anyone, whoever that person. That is my learning. There is the first will be like to look on that India as a big country. India have the population, 1.5 billion. So this is our opportunities for the young group who are coming to the next time as an entrepreneur. This is a big opportunities for them. Next, my point on that, they should be like to try to learn what people have need. Not the whatever already in the market, not like that. What a new thing he can be like to identify people have need. and make a one model such a way that model will be fulfill the demand of those people. And the fulfill the demand, and on that model will be like to make confidence from the entrepreneur. Start, yes, I believed it, I like to scale it on that. When it is scale going on that, that is a different journey of this. Many people also mentioned about it that the funding is an issue for the startup or entrepreneur. It's not like that. If you prove it is a very good model of the business, so any bank, anyone can become to support you on that. And entrepreneurs, the success is a very what I say that I explain on that to myself also. No, it is, I'm not like too happy with a job in HR. Whatever I have been happy in as an entrepreneur. No, people are listening, created the job. If you see that the small NGO I worked, now 1 lakh people are doing job, 80,000 in a bank, all total group. If you see that the Bandhan is not created, who will give this 1 lakh job? Eastern India, a lot of things. So it is a feel proud moment when the entrepreneur will come as a success. So entrepreneur will be like to make in a passion, and whatever I mentioned, can be like to do it, and very helpful for them, their life and future on that, and the country also on that. Keep in mind on that 1.5 billion people, economy are growing 7% year-on-year GDP, and whatever the banking and financial services are providing them to the economy to grow it. What is the next coming? Next is coming health and education. When people income increase, people will be like to choose the best hospital. No? People will choose for their children as a good education, school, college. No? We are till now is not yet ready to provide that much of the infrastructure services and doctor services, nurse services, or premises. It's not yet ready. Huge opportunity on that. So entrepreneur can be start anything in that, will be success. If you go to the education, the same. No. So that is the bigger opportunities of that. So without searching the job, if they can be like to start thinking for new enterprise in the line of that, they will be like to bigger.
So your journey from a small sweet shop in Tripura to redefining the Indian banking landscape has been a testament of what resilience and empathy can achieve. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has truly been a masterclass for all of us.
And to our audience, we hope that this episode has planted the seed of entrepreneurship in you. Stay tuned for more such episodes. Thank you.